guys, welcome back to Rebecca Writes, and today we were talking about some first drafts tips and how you can incorporate the tips that I can give you, which are my personal opinion and not the general concept of first drafts. That it might not work for you, but it was work for me, and some failures and successes that I want y'all to learn from, and just general tips that will help you influence better your writing when you're going into the second draft. So let's get started. With first drafts, this is 3 words I want you to know. 3 words, that's it. Just write it. I know there's many ideas in your head, and you might be writing a story and it might be wonderful, and you see this shiny new bright idea. Just write the story you are writing now. The shiny idea. If it's good enough, it'll stay there. It'll be there. But if you go to that shiny idea, you're going to go to another shiny idea, and it's just going to lead you down a rabbit hole of half-finished stories, and you're never going to really write a complete story. So just write the story that you feel like makes you the happiest, and that you feel like influenced the most on your life, and that you think would be the best written for you. And just for first draft tips, you need to write it as quick as you can. You don't always have to be perfect, because that's not what first drafts are. When I look back at my first draft now, I felt like I was writing like a 3-year-old. So, I didn't have to take a whole year to write it. You just have to write it. That's the important thing. You just have to write your story. Because it doesn't matter if you don't know all the terms, if you don't know all the correct grammar language. You'll get better. You'll edit it through your drafts, but you just have to write it. Because if you don't write it, you don't have a book. So just write as much as you can and write it as quick as you can, because you can always improve, and you can always learn more through each draft that you're going through. The tip is always have kind of, not a plot, it doesn't have to be a plot, but a kind of outline you want your story to go by. Because for my first draft, I didn't really have an outline that I had my story go by, because with the last story that I had written, and this was before my writing channel, that I had too much invested into plotting, and I had got all scene cards and everything, and I felt like I've already written the story, but I haven't even put words down yet. I didn't even get past the second chapter yet, because I had plotted so much down. I knew every nook and cranny, and it just felt like the story was gone. And when I really look back at my story, it didn't feel like it was mine. It felt like it was just already written, and I didn't feel inspired to write it. So I kind of got scared from plotting. I'm not saying to stop plotting all completely, because you need a guideline for your story to go by, because it's just going to be nonchalant writing here and there. You do need a guideline. You need the formula of the beginning to the end and the climax, and you need all that. You need a structure for your story, and you need the plot, and I'll link that video to the plot up there. But you need a structure for your story to go by, because then you don't really have a way. You might continue writing and writing and writing, and you'll never find an end. Or you might find the beginning, and you're still in the beginning, 15 chapters into the story, you're 20 chapters into the story, and you just need a balance of the plot, and you need to have a balance, and you need to have a structure and a plot, and that will really help you during your first drafts. Tip, and probably the last tip, get inspiration from other writers like me, writers like Millie Florence, and all those wonderful writers out there. You can find inspiration from a lot of them, because I got inspiration from Millie Florence to continue my book, because I just felt like I had plotted too much. I had done too much for my first draft of my other book, and I felt like I couldn't do it anymore. But she influenced me to start writing again, and to start inspiring myself to writing again, because I could, and it didn't have to matter if it was perfect. It didn't have to matter if every sentence in the world, every grammar structure was perfect, because it didn't have to be. It just had to be done. It had to be written. It had to just be on the paper or the screen, and it had to be finished. And that just helped me so much. So find inspiration from other YouTubers that will help you to inspire yourself to write, and find playlists that will inspire yourself to write, and find Pinterest pages and create Pinterest pages that will inspire you, because it is your story. If you need a Pinterest page, a Spotify playlist, or a YouTube community to support you, I mean, go ahead if you need that. Because sometimes you might not feel motivated by yourself. You might need somebody to push you, something to be inspired by. And that's all amazing, because if you need that, it's okay. It's okay to ask for help, and it's okay to ask for tips and advice from other YouTubers, because I did that. I watched other videos because I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't really know how characters are supposed to work and how they were supposed to have flaws. I just thought they were perfect. It's like a Prince Charming and just a perfect princess. Like, I didn't know all that. I had to look up videos on how to create characters, how to create setting, and just, I want to create this to inspire you that if you need help, it is okay, and that you can always ask for help, because as I say in my description a lot, that if you have any questions or suggestions, I would love to help you, because I was once that writer. I was once inexperienced and I didn't know what to write. And I'm not saying I've reached the point of perfection, because I haven't at all. But just, if you need any help writing, you have to reach out to somebody. You can reach out to somebody who may be a seasoned writer. They would love to help you. You can reach out to the writing YouTube community, because we'd love to help you. We'd love to inspire you to continue writing, and that your first drafts, even though they might be horrible, even though they might sound like a 3-year-old light-minded, it's okay. It's okay if they sound like a 3-year-old, because you have it out and your dream's out there, and it's okay to edit your dream. Some dreams don't always have, your dream in the beginning might not always be your dream in the end, but it's still a dream that you can accomplish, and that just doing it and just living it is amazing. So I just want to inspire all people who are starting writing, who may be like, I might want to write a book, or I'm not for sure if I want to write a book. Your book's important and you need to write it. As I said in my last video, we need to spread the light of Christian fiction, and that even if you might not think you might not be a good writer, you are. We need your writing, because you can spread the light through your Christian fiction, and just your writing can influence a lot of people in the way you see the world, and just the way your light shines. And I just hope that you'll be able to write your book, and that you have a wonderful time at doing it, because I have a wonderful time at writing, and I'd rather do nothing else but it. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you don't mind liking and subscribing, I'd really enjoy it. See y'all next time. Bye.